Okay, hi guys. All right. I'm gonna introduce Ariana Fitz before I go into my PDF. Welcome everyone and welcome to WCIA Network. Um, this channel is dedicated to, wait, hold on, moving my stuff around. This channel, like most people that have been tuning in, is dedicated to the Summer Wells missing children cases. Since Summer Wells has gone missing for since June 15th, my psyche has brought me into a pretty sick space where it has shown me what is going on in this world. It has shown me an element of sickness, darkness, and I just can't seem to stop until I find justice for these kids. Until justice just kind of shows up and it shows itself. And that is what I am doing here with with the channel WCIA Network. And that's all I'm doing with the channel, is focusing in on breaking this horrific, sick, deep, dark, underground sex trafficking, abusive area in our world that has taken over our children's life, just as if how the pandemic hit the elderly. It's left me in such a mouth-dropping state of I don't even know what, seeing how nothing has been done with this group. Now, to me, it's very obvious. To me, it's showing itself right in front of me, and I consistently show it here. I do know the authorities are watching, and I do know that the authorities are listening to me, and I do know that they pick through my information. So, to the authorities that are listening, my question is, why haven't you started digging? Why haven't you started looking at all the information that is right in front of you, like this Adriana Fitz? And this is why I'm opening up with her. Pictures like this completely 100% are tied to the Summer Wells missing children. Pictures like this give you the information of what happened to her inside the reflection of her sunglasses. Adriana Fitz and her mother Nicole Fitz were reported missing on April 5th, 2016. However, Nicole Fitz was last seen on April 1st, 2016, and Adriana has not been seen since February 2016. Adriana Fitz is still missing, while her mother's body was discovered buried in McLaurin Park on April 8th. This little girl has all information in all of her photos that points to this group. To the authorities that are watching, just look in the sunglasses. The same glasses that Summer Wells was wearing. The same glasses that Michael Vaughn was wearing. The same glasses that many of these kids are wearing. That is not their mother taking the photo. It gives you information on the case. This child has been abducted through sex trafficking and has been sold. She is now she's part of my cases. She has now entered the Summerwell's missing children's cases, period. This is 2016. 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20. 6 years, you guys. So I just started this 8 months ago. I don't understand how these photos are not being looked at, that you see these kids are being bound. And these photos are on the dark web. They're on the dark web. And it is sick. So if it's going to take me showing the same information over and over and over, so be it. I will do that. I could pinpoint an area on the Appalachian Fairground that they are working in. No one has started digging under the bleachers. So those that are guilty, you have to understand, someone someday, hopefully it's the railroad underground people, which I have gotten in contact with. I connected them with the TBI and the FBI, and they need to start digging. They have this information. It has been going on since, I don't even know when this photo was taken, you guys. See the heads in the back? This is the Appalachian Fair. So, welcome. Welcome to the channel. And I'm going to get started because I have a few PDFs that I would like to present to you guys of solid information that I have been led to. I'm shown this particular information, and those who don't know me, I'm going to explain a little bit. I have a sixth sense and a clairvoyance, and I definitely see the visions of what's happening. I was actually talking about it with my mom today because it comes from my mom's side of the family. It's generations upon generations upon generations. It goes back all the way to the gypsies, where my great-great-great-grandmother would sit at a table with a blanket, a black sheet over her head, and basically do what I'm doing. But she had to hide, because if they found her, they would sacrifice her, basically, just like these people. So I know this world of sacrifice. I see it. When you work in particular world of spirit, what comes with it, unfortunately, is also the scary part, and the unknown, and the visions, and the seeing things, and the dreams, and the clarity of what is happening. I see it. So when I watch particular people on YouTube that talk like they're friends and they're just giving a YouTube channel, I'm sitting there watching, and I see something completely different than what you guys are watching. And they're getting away with it. Especially Candace. I'm not going to mention any other names because I'm just going to keep it to Candace. She hasn't stopped. She hasn't stopped, you guys. And she's not sitting. What I do best is I could look at someone and tell them where they're seated, where they are, and where they're seated. Where Candace shows that she's seated, she's sitting in the middle of two rooms. She's in the middle of a sacrifice room, and she's definitely in the same room as who she's talking to on YouTube. They're not in separate rooms. They want you to think they are. They're not. They're having a galley all time together. They're like pigs in shit. They're pigs in shit. And they're having a great time because no one gives a flying fuck to bust them. So this is just what I'm going to do today. I'm just going to keep letting it out because I have to let it out. I can't let it just fester in my body. It's not good, because I could see the top of where these kids are under. I could see it. I could see the metal thing that they lift up and let them come out, or roll them out, or have them on those little friggin' carts. So I'm saying all this not because you guys have to understand what I'm saying. I am saying all this because I want those who are doing this to understand. I see you. I see you. And I will get you. I have an army. My family is in special forces, so you don't have to. Don't worry about that. I don't need anyone's approval to go to the location that you have dug in the hole in Appalachian. And it goes all the way to the east, whatever that manufacturer's thing, all the way to their property. And you're not too far from their property. You are connected underground. Not for long. Not for long. This photo is a photo from Appalachian Fairgrounds years ago. You could see the heads all the way in the back. That's not a normal photo. I have shown this before, but it really doesn't get anyone doing anything about it. There's the box in the back. I have matched that box up, you guys, to the boxes that Candace has. It's the same. Let me tell you something too. The boots, the cowboy boots are the same. Just FYI. So this is the Appalachian Fairground photo. I have about 4 PDFs you guys to go through. This one is 60 pages, 59 pages. So these come from years ago and nothing has changed. History, like Don says, history is repeating itself. History is repeating itself. They're in this lady who is on who posts all these photos needs a visit from authorities. She needs to be visited by authorities. This is a child that is in the same situation as Summer. And just look at the elements around. They're the same as Summer. And I would venture to believe that this is probably even where Summer has her birthday parties. They have birthday parties here for these children. I want you to see the patrol guy. That's no coincidence. They have those there. That's what they have there. They have the patrol guys. They have the little pet patrols. And then if you look in the kitchen, you could see their the equipment. And this child is not in a good situation. Not in a good situation. Paw Patrol. I knew it all along that Paw Patrol is a symbol. It's symbolic to wherever this room is. Wherever they have these birthday parties. And this is the little one that I just added to the case. This is Adriana. And I just showed you these photos. And Adriana really quite matches up to that girl that I found in Appalachian Fair. At the Appalachian Fair, they have a photo, one of those bad photos with all the other kids that to me she looks just like that little girl. She has the same nose structure, and intuitively, spiritually, I feel like it's the same person. I feel that way. But I can't do anything about it. The only ones that could do anything about it is the TBI. The TBI has to go look and go find who took that photo and match it up to this little girl. Because this little girl is so beautiful and so precious. She has to me the same face as Summer Moon Wells, a beautiful, precious face that just grabbed me in. It grabbed me in. Like I just want to just put her little cheek by my cheek and tell her she's going to be okay. And this little girl in the corner here, to me, is the same girl. And I'm putting these photos up of these kids because I know that these kids are in bad situations. I'm not sitting on it. The same person you could see these are Appalachian Fair. These are photos that come from the same girls that I think are part of this whole whatever underground thing. Now, other people may see something else here, but I see this as part of the group that's doing something. I see this as something wrong is going on here. I see this as they're doing something here that they're just not supposed to be doing. This isn't a normal photo. This is a photo of people taking things and moving children. This is a location to me. This is part of the Appalachian Fairground that I'm talking about. I'm going to point it out, and I know people are like, "Oh, you're going into an area that, um, uh, I don't even know what you guys mean." So anyone who keeps saying to me, um, "So and they're going in groups," I don't even know what you're talking about, but I don't even know why someone would say that because I don't know what you mean, groups. So if anyone knows that someone's going out in groups that's bad, I don't care about it other than knowing what the groups you're talking about. Like, who are you talking about, and how is it that you got that information? How is it that you even know something like that? That's what I want to know. Like, how is it? Like, who told you, and who is they? Like, who's they? You know what I'm saying? So that's really the most important. And I do want to take a moment right now, and thank you to those who are emailing me and sending me information and allowing me to read your beautiful emails and real information that is really needed. Info at WCIAnetwork.com. Um, the information sent is really lining up, especially the lollipop one. And thank you for the information on the twins update. Um, it's great. So here, here I'm going to blow it up a little bit. I want you to see that this is the Appalachian Fairground that I believe to be, um, where where the underground is, where I believe where this underground area is. Let me find this Florida. I've named it Florida. Wait, I'm gonna open it up. Okay, I'm gonna show you. So a couple videos before, I showed you guys this photo. I'm gonna show it to you. It's the next slide. I showed you guys this photo. This is one of the girls. As you could see, she's got something on her, right? Um, Now what she has on her is is a symbol on her back. Let me show you guys something. When this Adriana went missing, they had one clue. This was written on a piece of wood. On a piece of wood. Let me see if I could turn this upside. Let me turn it upside down and put it. Wait 1 second. To the left. Okay. Um, this, now understand, like, I always thought wood, and I see this symbol many places because I think they're just little wooden homes. I think it's like a little wooden box. I don't know what, but I think that this is what they were trying to make on her back or on her because she was murdered, right? Anyways, this location is where I saw um, those carts going back and forth. There were the carts, and the carts seemed to match what this guy is pushing. Now, this is real stuff, you guys. Those are real carts, and those are real children in here. You see? These are the carts that I have been seeing. These are the carts that I believe go underground. These are the carts that pull things on some sort of a railroad track. This is it. You see the elements. Do you see that little plastic box with the maroon? That's the same plastic box that I showed you that Candace has in her house. She has it when she paints. She has it next to her paint boxes. It's in the young couples videos. It's everywhere that I find these elements. And those are children's little heads sticking out of whatever they're writing. So what it is. And it's right on the Appalachian Fairground. Now, I'm showing this to you all together as 3 photos because when you go to Google Images, wait 1 second, wait. When you go to Google Images, these 3 photos, they communicate through Google Images, you guys. Just to let you know that anyone could get these images. You just need to go to Google Images. That's all. And this is what you got. Now, the 3 pictures here are shown together. I know the rhyme and reason behind this because that little box that you see, let me show you something. I'm going to show you. Crap. Wait. What this is all about, whatever they're doing, these children are being moved in mud, they're being moved in soil, and they're always consistently dirty. Like we noticed that also with Summer, right? Always covered in mud. That little box there is what they're doing. This box here is what looks like they're transferring. What I'm trying to say is they're transferring that box. Let me zoom into it for you. I'm going to crop this and I'll show you what that is the box. Sometimes it's just hard to see because they like to darken it, right? So let me brighten it up. I'm going to brighten this up a lot. And now I'm going to show you that they are actually moving that. They're moving one of those boxes. Wait. And these pictures are stuck at the Appalachian. And you could see that little blue thing in the back. They're stuck there because they come from the Appalachian Google photos. They put these photos there. See? That's what they're moving, is that box. That's the whole, this is the machinery. This is what they're moving. This is what they're doing. I've seen those boxes. I've watched them move around. They're not as big as you think they are. They're small. But this is all the photos point to back here. Even the big shed, even the white shed with the rim around it. All the photos that I go through point to this location, and it's by where they do the concerts underneath. Where they do the concerts underneath the grandstand. It's underneath the grandstand. So this photo is someone took this outside one of those fake windows. So what you see here is also a photo that Candace has, and I'll show you. I have it in here. She takes a picture of this. This is on Appalachian Fairground. This is on Appalachian Fairground, and these photos and the pictures like this are behind. See that cattle, like they're behind. They're by in the back there by the. I can't explain it. There's because they have access to like that whole area because they're moving them underground like that. These are areas that they're using, and they all match up, you guys. Here, this sick picture of bending over with the baby and the cattle, there's people laying in the back there in those bags. They're laying back there. So let me explain something to you. These are all the same thing. They're moving the same things. They're moving, that's the box. Do you understand? Look at this, you guys. I'm putting this out. See, this is why I'm just going to be just spitting things out, because the only way I'm going to be able to, wait, let me recrop this, get the right information to the right people is if I just keep giving what has been shown to me and just putting it out there, because there's a reason it's being shown to me this way. I have no reason that I am finding these pictures. There's no reasons I should be looking for these pictures, but they're there. So I'm just chalking it up to, this is just God's way of showing it to me. It's just what it is. I've accepted the fact that that box there is the same as this. Whatever they're doing to this box is the same box that they're doing right in front of you on Appalachian Fairground grounds. This is what it is. And the middle photo was very interesting because I showed this the other day. This piece of machinery, I think, is real, and I think they use this, and I think it's a killing machine, because the top to me is this box, and I could see the 5 or the S, whatever it is. I could see those boxes that have like the 5 in it. It's right there. And this photo came from that girl. Those girls have all these photos posted as if no one's going to find them. She has all these photos as if no one's going to put shit together, as if no one cares. It may have been 30 years or whatever. This has been going on for years and years, but there's enough of us, just FYI to those that are guilty, that do care. So you better watch your T's and cross your T's and dot your I's, because you will be thrown in jail. Here it goes, page 11. This was also very interesting. This was down by the back of the fair. And this setup is the exact same setup, the exact same products and setup as I showed you from the dollar store location. How they went to, I showed a video, you guys can look back. It was a video of a dollar store that I found that is part of this. As I keep doing that, let me make sure my disclaimer gets posted. Everything I say falls under the Section Act 107, Act 1976. They have the exact same products. It's the same setup. So it's like the same group that's traveling, right? But if you look closer to the stroller, it's not a normal stroller. So they're showing elements here. It's not a normal stroller. Let me give you a picture of it. To me, because it's the same photos, from the same group, right? So whatever they're going to post is for the purpose. It's for the purpose of their. It's for their purpose, whatever it is. And I know that they have particular strollers that don't make sense. The stroller that you see there is this. That's not a. That's You got to look to see what she has in her mouth. You have to look at the stroller, look at the baby, look what's around it. And now I'm going to show you the other one. So these guys are pretty much together. To me, what's on the bottom. To me, is one of those maroon things. and she has that something in her mouth, like this whole thing that they're like they're doing whatever they're doing is what this is what they do. I don't have anything else to say other than I know, other than my intuition tells me. When I look at this, I get sweaty and uncomfortable, and I can't continuously look at that. I can't stare at it. That's how bad it is. Um, this is the ride. This is the ride that I believe is this that is behind and helps with setup and helps at the fair. There's this ride. Tells me most all the story that I need to be told. It gives a lot of information ever since Don Wells and his kids took a video on this ride. Um, I knew that was the beginning. I knew that was the beginning and the end. Like it's going to start there, it's going to end there. Like wait right in the beginning of the first whatever week that we all were introduced to this, Don Wells and the story and the kids and his information was so crystal clear to me then. It's like I'm going backwards. I'm going back to the beginning, and back to the beginning tells me so much because I know so much more than I did then. I know so much more about these carts. I know so much more about the rides, the underground. I know so much more about how they build these things, how they build them over holes in the ground. They cover them with these heavy, heavy duty rides. No one could get to them underneath the rides and underneath their cars and underneath real solid cement stuff. And they know it. And they're utilizing these things. I found this trailer in a third location. This trailer has shown up in 3 locations now, you guys. It matches with the windows, even though I'm not going to do it here. This location with that one shoe in front of it is at in front of a motel. Was in front of a motel with this man swimming with the children that are really in a bad situation. So this then shows up at the fairgrounds right here you see, and then it also showed up, I want to say, in the parking lot. In the parking lot in one of these photos. Oh, there. I did blow it up. This is what it looks like. This is what this is the fake stroller. This is the fake stroller. This is the fake stroller. This is in the Watts case. It's the fake stroller. Here's another picture that is actually from Appalachian Fairgrounds grandstand. This would be, and I've told this to the FBI and I've told this to the TBI, this to me is really the first location to just go dig. The lights that they use year round, it's, the young couple, I don't know, is it Beeston? I don't know which one it was, the Kitson, whatever it was. They went somewhere, I want to say for Christmas, and they said they were in Hawaii. But I don't think they were in Hawaii because it was the same lights. It was the same. It was the Appalachian Fairground that they were showing. It was the Appalachian Fairgrounds that they were showing, and it also it had information in there that completely makes them guilty. This is all my theory, so just take it as it is. If it's not true, great. They're helping uncover missing children's cases, and uh, that's it. If they take it personally and someone gets mad, that means that they're guilty. No one would take this information, these stories that I tell, and my theory that I tell personally unless they're guilty. Unless they're guilty. These are pictures from the fairgrounds. I've shown this little girl before with that thing around her head. These are also crazy pictures from the fairgrounds that people post. And when they post stuff like this, I pull to the side because I'm like, there are the boxes in the back seat. I'm like, there are the boxes in the back seat. So let me show you something. Those green boxes, and anyone could say, that's just that, blah, blah, blah. They're just, doing their thing. Okay, great. Well, they're doing their thing. So let me go back to Appalachian. picture real fast. They're doing their thing, but yet they have all the elements in their thing that fall into a Summer Wells missing children cases. So that's the problem. It would be normal if they were doing their thing and they weren't posting pictures of the Appalachian Fairgrounds that have that in the background. It would be normal if they're doing their thing and wait, how about this showing up? Wait a minute. This showing up in the Appalachian Fairground picture. Picture of two people in the front. That's what they do. It looks like a dog and it looks like a human. Well, to me, they're showing that they're bringing them across. To me, they're connected. They're connected to a railroad, and they're being moved across by in the front of their grandstands. Why else would this be on Google search as a photo from Appalachian Fairgrounds? Why would they put a picture like that with those in front, you guys? You guys could go look up the photo yourself. It doesn't make any sense. And what doesn't make any sense is the fucking TBI hasn't been there yet. If the TBI goes down with this, I wouldn't be shocked. That's not normal. Sorry. And this picture here, which I'm going to show you a little closer, of the boxes, these are the boxes. And when I'm just not putting shit out there, I'm telling you that these are boxes that match by dimension, and they match by detail. And it has this has a freaking head. I don't even know what it's doing. It's got a head there. But that's just weird, right? Those boxes. I could put those in someone's garage that you see on YouTube all the time. In black color, black. Right. It's no coincidence they all have the same box, you guys. There's something wrong with it. This is the same shaped box that is in Adriana's mother, that they found Adriana's mother above. What's the difference between that and this? It's the same thing. They're giving a symbol. Something went wrong. Something went wrong with hers. And they couldn't, they're in a hurry. They're in a real big hurry. But it's the same. It's the same. And I would be knocking that shit down in a heartbeat. More of Appalachian Fairground that I wanted to show you guys. Anyone that's been following, you're going to see a lot of information in these photos. Areas like this speak volumes. They put these little lights on it. Well, I'm not buying it anymore, guys. I'm not buying the light thing. That light thing, I am so over. This shit is so guilty. And the reason it is because I have seen this before in other photos, in other videos. It's now, you guys, it's going to be 9 months. It's all the same. I think they use the lights to communicate where to go. It's what it is. That barn back there, that is the shape that is behind Summer Moon Wells in her poster. Just to let you guys know. These are the buildings. It's a building like this, if not that building, that is behind Summer Moon Wells. I don't know who this guy is, but this is where I told TBI to dig. This is where I told them to start digging. Right in that hole. There's no reason he should have that and there's a reason he has that there. There's a reason why this photo was posted. This is set up. And you see how everything is black and white except for two things? A green shirt and a blue bucket. That blue bucket is just like Summer's red bucket. And you guys have to look in his sunglasses. You have to look at his sunglasses. As soon as the sunglasses tell you the story, wait a minute, let me go back. As soon as the sunglasses tell you the story, you know you have to start looking. Let me blow this up for you. It's like, it's so crystal clear. And I know that something's going to give. I feel it. I know when it's time. Now, mind you, it might not be this guy. I don't. This guy is. I'm not saying this guy's guilty because they could use deep fakes. People put this shit in there. Obviously, they do, right? So, what I'm saying is, I'm using this. I'm using this photo as a symbol of what's under there. So I guess what I'm trying to say, it's not necessarily he took a picture of that specifically because he's guilty. He just happens to have a picture of it. That's what's in his glasses. Let me tell you guys something. I matched this picture up. I'm going to show you. Let me say put in there. To the picture that always bothered me from the guy who posted in front of Walgreens the day Summer Moon went missing. I'm going to show you it's the same building. Let me see if I put it in here. Let me see. See, I remember the things that I'm supposed to, you know? Like I put to the side information that I know is of importance. And I know that it's going to come into play. I know it's going to come into play. In one of these presentations, I know I have it because these are all so long. So the next presentation will show you, and then I'll just copy and paste it. But this picture is the same. Let me see. It would be good if I could put it next to it. Let's see. Let me just take it from the other from my other PDF. Doo-doo-doo. Not in that one. Oh, it might be getting too loud for me. I might have to move. I'm just looking. It will be in my next one. I'll show you. Okay, so the picture of this guy, the picture that's in his lenses, that's the same building and the same information that was in. I'm going to move a little. That was in a photo of this guy, and it's going to be in my next presentation. I'll show you. That is standing in front of Walgreens. It was posted the day that Summer Moon went missing, and in his picture, he holds. Continue. All right. Thank you for waiting. I don't know how long you've been waiting. I was showing you information in this guy's eyeglasses. There we go. In this guy's eyeglasses. So if anyone ever has nothing else to do and you want to check Appalachian Fairgrounds out and see how this theory is quite strong, don't pay attention to the faces and who they are. That's irrelevant. That's irrelevant because they could be covering faces up. They could be putting, using someone's face in front of the hole that they want to show. They could be putting images, obviously, in their sunglasses, like the whole thing. So the people are irrelevant to the story that's going on. So pay attention to the story, pay attention to the details, and not the faces. Um, I pulled this aside because their lights and their fireworks and their shapes and stuff match a lot of what's going on in the Summer Wells case. And this truck, it just, I put that to the side. I just needed to. There's just too much. The cars are what's very curious to me, and the boots. The cars, let me say the next one. The cars details really tend to match up with the Summer Moon Wells missing children's case. I don't know what that means. I'm putting it to the side. They have many, 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 many elements. Like here, I'm going to copy and paste so you guys could see what I'm talking about. What page is this? 24. I'll show you what I mean. So knowing that I've been working on this for very long, I know what the elements look like. I know where to find them. And if they're there, then I grab them. So, and they're not normal elements that should be just in anyone's photos, you guys. They're guilty elements. You know, for instance, the guy with the boots that's sitting on the striped car. When you have something like this sticking out of your car and down by your boot, and it's an element that I've been watching with the person wrapped in whatever they wrap them in, upside down, attached to one of those things. The silver thing, it just, when it matches Summer Wells missing children's cases, I have to put it to the side. You know, whatever they're showing in the pictures with the cars is relevant to the case. I put all of this to the side, especially when I see letters and symbols that match. Now, I'm not saying that the fire trucks have anything to do with it. You guys, they do use deep fakes to cover stuff up. Just remember that. It's really important that you have to understand, and the people that are watching, that I'm not pointing fingers to the people that help us in their world. I'm not doing that. They're using equipment to cover up their sickness, to cover up what they're doing. They're using people. They are using these people to cover it up. It's very important, and understand that that's what I'm saying. Okay? So what, oh wait, so somewhere between where this truck is and behind them, it's behind those trucks that I would like to take a look at, especially in that mud area. That mud area. Just some more really weird photos that are on Appalachian Fairgrounds Google and from that girl. Now, I don't know what this is. It's a strange photo. I put it to the side because I feel as if stuff is back here. Oh, I know why I pulled it. Because it reminds me of the area behind the trailers. But I don't even think that's a ride. I don't know what's going on with this. But I pulled it to the side because it doesn't look right. So, you see the shape of their face up in the sky that they made with the fake fireworks. Again, this shows up over the Appalachian area. This also shows up over the tunnel. Shows up over Laurel Run. Shows up on the Wells fireworks video. Fireworks are not just falling into that shape. They're creating that shape. They are creating the shape of that firework. I'm going to get a little closer up to it for you. Let's see. I will give you an example of what I see. When I say to look in the deep corners, look where it's the farthest away in the photo. So if you were to go to this photo to the right and just kind of zoom into the farthest area, this is what you would find. That's not normal. They're not lifting machinery, they're lifting people. Do you see what they're lifting? This is what I'm talking about. They're lifting an adult and a child. So understand, they're using the fire department as a cover, because no one's going to be looking for this in that picture. You are going to go right to the Gray Fire Department and totally ignore the truth in this. Well, the fire department has nothing to do with this. I'm going to keep repeating it over and over. It's the sick bastards that are using the fire department as their deep fake to cover this up and to cover whatever else is in front of the fire truck. I'll show you the whole thing. This to me is the front of the moving trucks that move the rides. This is the guilty part of the whole entire photo. Right there. So you could take that and break that down into pieces, all the way down to the white metals that have the G on it that look just like how Summer Wells wound up. I mean, this information on this front part of the fake fire truck matches the truck, the big truck that moves the rides. The big truck that I showed you in a couple videos ago. How I know that is because the little chair in the front that's on the bottom, it's kind of green, and that it will slide right over the same piece. This will slide right in it, and it matches. Matches. There should not be people in the front of this truck. And let me tell you something, they're in a clear box. That's why you don't see the box. You only see the metal around it. If you look closely, you could see the metal rims, but they use a clear box. And this is how they're moving things. And it's on open land. So, see how this is the same. The one all the way to the left is that same firework. It's the same firework that we see in the sky with this girl holding on to that child. It's all the way in the back. What I'm showing you consistently over and over and over is I'm showing you the location doesn't change. The crazy photos change. I mean, the crazy information around the elements change. The elements are staying the same. So the one I just showed you that was from the fire truck, that one comes from this picture, all the way in the back. So even though they put deep, follow me on this one, you guys, follow me. Even though they do deep fake to cover stuff up, what they really can't cover up is like their real reality. They have to expose it so they keep their reality and what's the truth just basically like hiding it. But the more I expose these elements, you're going to see right through the cover up, basically. Like you'll see right through the deep fake, and you'll be like, wait a minute, wait a minute. We just saw this with the fire station, and I remember when she showed me this with the kids that are being rolled across the Appalachian Fairground. This is all the way up to the dot. Boom. It's what that is, you guys. And it's up to the authorities to get their fucking asses over there and figure out what that is attached to a box that has the maroon around it in the middle of the grounds. They have to find this, which matches that. Matches it perfectly. Matches it perfectly. Let me go back to... Wait, let me do one more thing here. Crop. I'm going to crop it the opposite way. But they definitely, this group stays consistent with their elements. This group stays consistent with showing the three hearts, the face, the moon. It's like it's a heart moon, and they stay consistent with these elements. So when you make this really little, it fits just like it fit in the other one. This goes right there. Boom. Or to make it little, it'll line up with the dot. See? See that? Lines up. It lines up. So if this stuff doesn't, this kind of information doesn't change. This kind of information, see how it has, like, you can't really see it, but it actually has three hearts following it. And those three hearts would line up to anything, to the horse that they use as a symbol, to the water that they have her in, like with twigs, to anything, to everything that I've showed you. It's a match. So this is the stuff that I look for, and I try to stay away from the drama of the photo. These are more photos that they show on Appalachian Fairground, and here is, it's just nuts. This is the ride that I said I believe they're using. Here's a photo. I believe they're using that ride, and they're going over a tightrope is moving them. They're moving, and I see you could see the tightrope in this picture. Let me get a closer photo. But that's the ride, and let me tell you something. That's one of the new rides in 2021. This ride is a new ride for 2021. It's one of the rides that they introduced at the Tennessee Fair for the first time, and they were all excited about it. Well, that's the same ride I just showed you that it looked to me as if the two cages were connected to the side, but this isn't what that ride should not look like this, right? That is an extra piece that they're using to maneuver. This ride is the same ride that's made by that company, and by the trucking company that owns Lollipop is a trucking company that's moving these rides. They're contracted to move the rides to and from these state fairs or in their area, between Kentucky, Virginia, South North Carolina, South Carolina, that whole area. And this is no deep fake. This is, you could go to Google search and find these photos. They built that to be part of the ride, basically. And this is also a photo that they posted from that ride. There's something on his back of his neck. There's something connected to his head. They brag. They brag. And it's photos like this that I don't understand why, in fact, no one has gone in there. Because these are, to me, pretty clear photos. I wanted to show you that for some reason Don took a picture like this. And I didn't ever realize wanted to do, I'm like, why is this picture like this? And they're up high. Well, I never noticed it. It's one of those boxes with the maroon tops. You guys, these are boxes are being held above. This is above the ride. This is in the air. This is above the ride that I just showed you. I think it's from that picture. Let me see. I'm looking. Yeah, it's all connected to the same brand new ride. That box, those boxes are built onto it, and I don't really, and that hook and everything. It's a very unbelievable photo to me. So it's like a photo that the authorities could see. It's almost like they're hiding something, and it's right above the white. It's like, let me put it this way: it's above the white trailers. Like they have those white trailers in the back, like the white house trailers in the back, kind of by where the ride should be, but where the setup is. Those boxes are above. They're above those, and they're clear. Oh, I want to show you the shoe that it's. I don't know what they do with it, but there's this shoe that they have with that same little puffy thing that was found on the shoe that someone said Benny had or Ernie had. It's the same kind of a shoe. This is just more photos they threw in from the Appalachian Fair. Oops, the girl on the left here, she has a whole mask connected to her head, to her face. I wanted to show you this little girl and the elements that are in that picture. I put this aside because it's a very, very odd picture. I don't even know what to say about it. Again, this is on the Fairground. I have gone over this photo many times, but I'm going to consistently add it to my presentation so everyone knows it should never be forgotten. That this is a very important piece of the puzzle. Okay, we're back at this photo. I must have put it back for some reason. Oh, because I cropped and got closer. Has to be looked at. It has to be looked at. There are the trucks. Now, this is another one that I'm going to keep because it matches up with like kind of like the photo by the grandstands. This has the exact same bucket and the exact same way that the black is, the blue bucket. If you recall that I just showed you, it's the same blue bucket, but here they show, to me they're showing, let me close this up, a hole in the ground. And that's what I'm consistently looking for, is a hole in the ground. It's I think there's just ways in and ways out. And wait, it's being quite hidden underground. This reminds me of the photo. I spiritually feel as if, intuitively, spiritually feel in my heart, and I feel it right now as I'm going to say it. My intuition is this is where Don was leaning over. There's a picture of Don leaning over a hole. He's by a big truck, and he has the mud like that. I feel like Don Wells has walked on that mud. I feel like he has walked on the mud, that he's walked here, that he has stood over that hole. So that's the stuff that I do. That's where I get my gift comes from. Me being able to look at this, and I've looked at many, many, many holes in the ground. There are other holes in the ground that lead you places. Don Wells has bent over this one. He has been there. Right, and I could actually probably even circle the spot just so if they ever see this, wait, they could be scared. They could be scared because I'm going to pinpoint exactly where Don stood. Watch this. Page 42. I'm going to point it out exactly. And all those that if anyone that has like clairvoyance, intuition, blah blah blah, you're telling me, I would love for you to tell me what you see in this picture. I'm going to circle it. I'm going to circle where I believe Don has walked. Oh, isn't that funny? Well, I know the funniest thing. The PDF, the PDF like just freaking just closed on me. Wait a minute. Okay. Whoops. Okay. All right. I have to duplicate it and save it. I'm going to point a few things out. This is super important to do. I'll be doing another PDF later today as well. I'm just going to get through this one. All right, I'm going to tell you where to look. I feel like he has walked. I'm going to put lines. He's walked this way. I'm marking exactly where I feel he stood. Wait. I'll mark that in the circle. It will be marked. Whatever is right in the corner between, it's almost like between both, there's two holes. Okay, there's two holes. There we go. This is what my body gut's telling me. That he's walked here, he's come from whatever open area is over there, and he's walked over to those holes and stood sort of in between both of them, and he, whatever he did, he looked forward. He forward and to the left corner. So it's opposite where he's standing corner is where he was focused. So whatever he did there, he's looking to the opposite corner from that corner. It's just how I feel. That's how I feel. Yeah. TBI, go dig. Dig, dig, and keep digging. So I'm telling you, you need to go dig. Crucial to go dig. Crucial. This tells a story. Take it for what it's worth. They're lifting up that same box in the air with one of those blankets on the top. So, you just have to take this for what you think it is. I have my own philosophy of what this is, but it's a photo that needs to be shared and discussed. It's a photo that needs to be shared and talked about. For those who are really understanding the philosophy and how deep and dark this is and how many people it takes to pull this shit off, when you look at a photo like this, you should be seeing elements that bother you. You should be seeing elements that bother you, and I'm going to show you which one real fast. Crop it. I'm going to try to crop it and just pay attention to one particular area, and this is the clear plasticky area. There's a lot of clear plastic things going on, and that box, and the whatever, I'm going to say body inside that's wrapped in white. That's why they need to dig. This is why they need to dig and dig and keep digging. People need to get out of denial and understand that this should never be on top of that truck. You could probably want to know, like, if that's someone we know, all you need to do is connect the symbols on the white sheet. To me, that's like plaster. I think they do it with plaster. But let me tell you guys something. It's right in front of you. Take a look at what the fuck is going on. This is what's going on. This is what's going on. There's so much more information in this picture, but I don't need to go into the whole entire thing. How the kids look in the stands. They need to go to these stands and they need to dig. They need to dig. And then when you look at that thing without the top and you look in the middle, there's another bag inside. There's no reason that they should ignore this anymore. None. There's no reason they shouldn't be going over here and digging. And digging. They leave so many elements and they leave so much information for us to want to dig. And the only reason they wouldn't is because they're not paying attention or they don't want to. They don't care to. I knew that's where this is where the third location was of the truck. The third location of the truck is back here, and I think this is the area of guilt. This is the area of guilt. They posted this picture, but if you all were been paying attention, and you would get like an A in this class right now, there are only a couple things that you should be noticing in this picture. Let me copy and paste it for you. Page 50. Copy and paste it. One of the most important things in this photo is this little box. These little boxes, this is the same box that the fake Shanann Watts was carrying. She's carrying the element. This is the box with the yellow The little yellow thing in the front that we've all been looking at through the Summer Wells Missing Children. This little box is right there. This little box is going to be picked up, shipped out. Bye-bye. And it begins to travel. This is where it begins to travel. They're packed up, they're done, and the box is ready to go. The box is ready to go. And the trailer was in 3 locations, including the motel, you guys, including the motel. I mean, under these bleachers, let me explain something to you. Under these bleachers, they're not hiding what they're doing. They need to put photos around it so you don't pay attention to what's under the truck. These are the moving pieces, you see. If you look at this very clearly, you'll see, look at the shape and look at the cart. These are the moving pieces. These are them. It's under the truck, under the bleacher thing. Those are the moving pieces. It's under there. Oh, this was very odd. This is also a photo it's taken. That ticket office sign goes in a lot of different, the ticket office sign is also the fake background to the motel photos. Like, the ticket office sign kind of travels with them. See? And it's not that it's in the same location. It shows up in really bad pictures with the kids. And there's the matching barn. That's what I wanted to show you guys. I think the barn matches. That's a picture of Summer Moon Wells's poster that was total fake parade with Candace and Robin. Oh, here I wanted to show you how many times I use these lights, and then underneath it you see the underground. It's almost like it's open. It's like one of those open doors, and they show it. And the many times what's interesting is they show it with the cars pulling over it. That's why I said I feel like the cars go down and up, like they go inside something and then they come out of it. This is a real good picture of it, believe it or not. And they cover it with the lights, so your eye isn't going to go down there and look at it, that's for sure. So this truck situation with the yellow in the front and this ride, this is all together. That's the new ride. That is the truck. And it's on the Appalachian Fairground. Somewhere underneath. Somewhere underneath there are children waiting for justice, and they're not all dead. They are not all dead. Praying, praying, praying for us to find them. They're praying for us to find them, you guys. And it just keeps going away, and it's there's no movement. This little girl has all the same elements. Today, I am announcing that she is another one of the Summer Wells missing children. This little girl, and I don't even know. I don't think she's dead. yet. I feel as if she could possibly be that girl that I showed you guys from the fair. Um, they look very, very similar, and I feel the connection. I feel that there's a connection between the two of them. Um, this is just an insight to one of the things that they do to these kids. Think about that. I love you guys. I thank you all. God bless you all. And may justice come to all the Summer Moon Wells missing children. Soon. Soon. We will talk to you all soon. Thank you.